Hello everyone and welcome back again. Today I have a sewing haul for you all, which I have to say is a video I really enjoy watching, and I finally had the opportunity to make my own, and I thought you guys might enjoy seeing what I've bought recently. So I will start off with a quick disclaimer. I know that some people have mixed feelings about haul videos. That's totally fine. If you don't like them, you don't have to watch them. But generally speaking, I know that sometimes these kinds of videos can create a sense of, oh, I need that thing, or oh, I need to buy so much more, I don't have enough for my hobby. And that's definitely not something I want to present to everyone with this video. I don't want to give the feeling that you need to buy anything. So I really enjoy watching these videos. I think they're a bit fun and a bit inspirational, but I definitely want to reinforce the idea that you should always do your hobby within your budget. You should never put yourself out for a hobby. So this is just me quickly disclaiming that none of this is intended to make you feel like you need to buy anything. For sewing, realistically, all you need is some fabric, some scissors, and some thread. And you can buy the cheap discount fabric at your local sewing store, or go to the thrift store and buy fabric there. There are a million ways to do sewing on a budget, so I definitely want to reinforce that idea here. With that being said, however, here is my haul. Like I said, do your sewing within your budget, and that's definitely something I do. I typically don't just buy sewing notions and fabrics. I tend to buy things based on my next project. That way things are a bit more spaced out and I'm not spending lots of money at once. The only reason that I am doing a haul today is because I got my tax return recently and I put most of it straight into my savings, but I did set a little bit aside for myself because I've been doing very well in my savings lately and I wanted to go on a bit of a shopping spree. I won't lie that yes, quarantine in Melbourne has definitely had something to do with that. And I thought it would be fun. So shopping spree from home, online shopping. So I actually ordered most of this, I would say about 3 weeks ago, but because the post office is a bit backed up here in Melbourne, it's taken a while for things to come through. But I wanted to share what I got with everybody. So let's get started. We're going to start with the boring stuff first. It's just a couple of bits and pieces I picked up from Spotlight, which I believe for any international viewers out there, Spotlight is kind of like Joann's in America, is my impression. It's the Joann's of Australasia. It is a cheap, all-purpose, you can buy anything you need for your craft or hobby at Spotlight. It tends to be cheap and they have a wide range. They're not always the best quality, but you can get things on a bit more of a budget. So, started with Spotlight, very, very exciting. And the most exciting thing I got there is a bolt of calico. You'll hear me say this a million times in my videos, I make mock-ups for everything, and I definitely reuse calico where I can. I rip previous mock-ups apart and cut pieces out for new ones, but bigger pieces, unfortunately, you cut them down over time and then you can't cut new big pieces out of them. So I do every so often have to buy a new roll of calico. I do save all of my scraps as well. I'm currently making a couple of cushions that I'm filling with scraps, and my next one will be, I believe it's the closet case poof, that I'm gonna make one day with the remainder of my scraps, because I have a lot. I've been sewing for a while now and I've never tossed anything away, so they've been building up. But yes, I get a roll of calico from Spotlight every so often. It's 10 meters and it's 35 Australian dollars, so it's very, very cheap. Yeah, normally I would go in and purchase this myself. I'm not a big fan of waiting for Spotlight because they're a bigger company. Their shipping does often take a bit longer, but that's not an option at the moment, so order it online I did. I also bought 2 dress zippers for skirts that I'm currently making, one of which is already made and the zipper's already in it. It's a plain black zipper, and I bought a gold brown zipper for my next skirt, which is going to be more of a mustard yellow color. This is kind of the closest zip color I could find to match my skirt, at least online. Again, color is a bit weird online to try and match up, but I did the best with what I could get. So pretty basic haberdashery things. And then this isn't sewing related at all, but I wanted to show you, I actually got myself a weighted blanket. This is an empty box, I'm not that strong. So I've been meaning to get myself a weighted blanket for such a long time. I will quickly mention it here because it's fantastic. I really love it. They put them on sale recently and they were half price, so $80 down from $160, and I had been a bit hesitant to purchase one in the past because of how expensive they were, but I definitely don't regret it. So the one I got, it's pink. Well, I'll get over that, that's fine. And it's 9 kilos, which is a bit heavier than I would have typically purchased. They do recommend about 10% of your body weight. So the ideal for this is between 80 and 100 kilos. And they had smaller sizes, but not in stock because they were half price. So they sold out pretty quickly. So it is a bit of a hefty boy, but I have to say, I really love this. I curled up on it as I was watching TV last night and had myself a good nap. So it works. I like it very much. I will also say that my cats like it. Claudia, my female cat, has been sleeping on it non-stop. Of course, I would never put it on top of her because it's a weighted blanket, but she does seem to like the texture and likes just sleeping on top of it. So that spotlight out of the way, let's talk patterns and fabric. So I recently purchased 2 patterns. Yes, I'm getting on board. This is the Ginger Jeans pattern from what was previously Closet Case. Now I believe they're Closet Core patterns. I will link them down below for you. And I also purchased the Ogden Cami from True Bias Patterns. Yes, correct. So I am going to make myself a little bit of an outfit out of these. I'm very excited about it. I have been looking at these patterns online for such a long time, and some of my jeans are starting to wear thin, so this is actually perfect timing. Part of what influenced this haul was I actually sat down a little while ago because I haven't had the most time in the world for sewing lately, but I have been seeing everyone's makes on Instagram, so I'd been super inspired. So I sat down and made myself a list of everything that I'd been inspired by and wanted to make recently. That influenced some of this haul because I was able to go in and purchase what I wanted from that list in anticipation. So I do actually have some fabric that I'm going to use for the Ogden Cami. I don't have anything for the Ginger Jeans yet. I haven't purchased that because I do have a couple of sewing projects before that. I'm currently making some skirts, and then I'm making the Ogden Cami, and then I think I'll look at making the Ginger Jeans. So I haven't purchased it yet, but I will. So next up, we're actually going to talk about some fabric that I've been buying recently, and I have been inspired. So first of all, I'm actually going to talk about a quick one lot of fabric that I recently purchased from the Remnant Warehouse, which is, I believe, is in Sydney. This is just a length of navy satin, and in case you're wondering what this is for the Sicily slip dress that has just been released by Sewing Patterns by Mason. Again, they'll be linked below if you'd like to go check them out. I have just adored that slip dress. Slip dresses were something for me that I always looked at and admired, but they were always on quite slim, quite petite women, and so I didn't think they would ever suit me. But seeing Sewing Pattern by Mason's release and all of the different beautiful body types who have tried it on, and it looks really amazing on everybody, has really inspired me to give it a go myself. So I did buy some satin for that. I'm very excited to give it a go. Again, this was on my list of things to make. But the main place I purchased fabric from recently has been Pit Trading. And the reason for this is because A, they're amazing. They actually sell off designer remnants, which is really fantastic. So you can still find things by the meter, or you can find just a solid single remnant piece. You do have to kind of be careful when you're on their website to make sure you know which you're purchasing. So generally remnants will have, you know, 140 centimeters by 200 centimeters, and that you'll purchase as a single item. But if it's still by the meter, it'll just have the width of the fabric, and then you can add a couple of meters to your cart. Sometimes they will still have a limit, like, you know, there's only 2 meters of this left, so you can only add it in 2 times, but some of them are just sold as a single remnant piece. What originally caught my attention was actually their lingerie kits, which I purchased 2 of recently. So, whoops, I'm already dropping things, my goodness. So I bought 2 of these, and I'm going to insert a little video of them on the screen for you. These are really beautiful. They come with all sorts of trims. They come with this beautiful net fabric and then kind of a stretchy base fabric. They come with a bunch of trims and things you can use for straps. They also come with some of the hardware, which is really, really fantastic. So I highly recommend checking them out. They go for about $20 to $25. They're really, really beautiful, and you get a ton of stuff. Not to mention, whoever puts these together does such a fantastic job. You just look at them and you're like, oh my goodness, they're so beautiful. I would just like to buy them, even if I don't have anything in mind to make them with. So the ones I purchased, the dark kit with the black net is called the Moonlit Garden, and the blue kit is called High Tides. I do believe they're both sold out currently, but there are a ton of lingerie kits on their website that you can check out. Again, that's Pit Trading. They'll be linked down below. Now, on Fridays, they actually release all of their designer remnants, which is terrible for my bank account, but also kind of good. You do have to be really quick on Fridays if you would like to purchase something, because they sell out super quickly, which was something I experienced the other week. I believe I had a meeting run over and I needed to get a report out for my job, and so I was late, and then because of the lockdown you have to be back home by 8, and I still had to do the grocery shopping, so the designer remnant release happened right as I was driving to the grocery store, and by the time I got home most of it had sold out, but I did manage to pick up some amazing pieces and I would like to show you them. So first thing that I got is this beautiful like white and blue embroidered cotton. This is so lovely. Oh my goodness. It is, of course, it's an embroidered cotton, so it is like see-through. There's like kind of like eyelet cotton, so definitely I'll need something under this. I actually already have something in mind. I'm thinking of a bit of a fitted bodice and like longish pencil skirt sundress number with a white cotton sateen under. It's not quite a lining because it will be visible from the outside, but kind of lining. So that is my plan for this. It is gorgeous. I hope I have enough fabric. It is pretty wide, so I'm pretty sure I only got not very much, maybe not even a meter, but it is very wide, so I do think that maybe I can get enough out of this. Pretty much all I've done is I've wrapped it around my body, and it wrapped around my body with some extra room, so I think that'll work. And it is fairly wide, as I've said, so I think I have enough here for that. Fingers crossed. Oh, also, they send me additional lace all of the time. I actually have 2 rolls of this beautiful Love Heart lace. No, my other one is somewhere else, but I do have 2 rolls of this because when they send you a package, all of the ties and the wrapping are also little bits of lace that you can use in your projects, which is just a really, really sweet touch. The next thing I got is actually so much. It is this beautiful polka dot navy shatung fabric. I have no idea how to say that. I am sorry. I intended to look it up before I filmed this and then I completely spaced. So this is apparently 2.4 meters and it's 140 centimeters wide. So I've got a decent amount, and what I would really love to do if I can squeeze it out of this fabric is I'd love to make a shirt dress, because I think that kind of this more structured fabric would work really well with something like a shirt dress. So originally I just purchased these on a whim. I was just like, they're beautiful and I want them, and my shopping cart wasn't that expensive at the end of it, so I felt totally justified. But now that I've received them and I've kind of felt them and I'm mulling over what I wanted to do, I've really been inspired. So I think I have a good idea of what I want to do with some of these pieces now. So this is gorgeous. It is a lot of fabric as well, so I think I'll be able to make something really lovely out of this, but I'd like to make a shirt dress if I can. We shall see. The theme of this channel is polka dots. Apparently it's not cats, it's polka dots. So on that note, let's show you the next one I got, which is also a very similar navy polka dot fabric. I believe this is a stretch cotton sateen, and it's supposed to be, the name of it was like Moon Phases, which it's so beautiful. From memory, this is 2 meters. So this was one of the remnants that didn't actually have a complete dimension on it. But I was able to add it to my cart 2 times. So I believe I've ended up with 2 meters of this. It does have a one-way stretch, which is really lovely. And I think this is going to be perfect for a Jane set, which is released by Gertie Patterns. It was one of the, well, actually, no, sorry, I believe it's Charm Patterns that she released it under, by Gretchen Hirsch. I really love that pattern. It's so gorgeous, and it's actually been sitting in my stash for such a long time because I don't tend to buy fabric before I do a project, though that has changed more recently. But I do tend to buy patterns, particularly when they're on sale. I don't know, there's just something about patterns for me. Something like, oh no, I need to have that now, and then I'll have it ready because it's easier to buy the fabric than it is to buy the pattern in my mind. Makes no sense, I know, but so yes, this is set aside. I believe I want to make a Jane set out of it with the shorts and probably just simple straps, but I will definitely do a video on the making of that in the future. And then I also purchased this Bangladine. I had no idea what this was when I purchased it. I just really loved the print, which is this like palm leaves, white and blue number. It's really beautiful. They did actually staple little cards on some of the pieces that I purchased, not all of them, that told me how much it was. So this is 60 centimeters by 140 centimeters. And it's Bangladine. They also told me the composition of this fabric as well. So it's 70% viscose, 21% nylon, and 3% spandex. So it is a stretchy boy. It's a stretchy fabric. I'm sorry, I'm gonna maybe stop saying boy so much, but yeah, it's got quite a bit of stretch to it, which is really good. I have no idea what I'm gonna make with this, to be honest, because I didn't expect it to be stretchy. So my kind of idea is maybe I will make kind of a crop top, or maybe I will make some shorts out of it. I'm really not too sure. I'd love to do something summery and fun with this because it really is such a beautiful print. So again, I'm sure you'll see this in the future as I figure out what I want to do with it. A final item that I actually only purchased last night thanks to the Bra August? Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that hashtag either, but it's of course a competition that is currently being run. I will link it down below if you are interested in seeing it. But they actually recommended a underwear pattern recently, and obviously I've been interested in making lingerie and I bought these lingerie packs, so I figured I would check this underwear pattern out. It's by the Mad Cutters and it's the Lovely Lily pattern, and it's a basic underwear pattern, but it has a ton of different options for a cheeky back or a full coverage back, and then lace trim or lace back. So it's really, really versatile. It comes with a ton of different options and a great deal of flexibility for whatever you wanted to create. So I did also purchase that. It is an online pattern, so I can't really show it to you as such, but I will link it down below. The Mad Cutters is actually closing as the owner has decided to pursue another one of their passion projects. So if you would like to purchase that pattern, you will have to get on top of it quite quickly. I believe their website is only up for another week. But that concludes everything I had to show you guys today. I hope you found that interesting and maybe a bit inspiring. I hope that you had found some new companies to check out. I had a lot of fun. I have to say, buying fabric is way too easily going to become a hobby for me, so I need to calm down with that. I have a ton of stuff at the moment that I can use to make with, so I'm going to stop buying and start making. As I've said though, you don't need anything expensive or fancy to sew, you just have to have an idea. So best of luck to you all. What projects are you currently working on? I'd love to hear about them. Happy sewing, everyone. Bye!